Hello, welcome back to Game Over Gerkinman. I'm Gerkinman. We just got the missiles. This is Metroid Prime, of course. Now we've got the missiles. We can go somewhere else. Look at these little guys buzzing around. And now it's darker in here. This the whole leaning geometry thing. Really, after this part of the game, you don't really see it much more. I don't think from memory, if at all. I can't remember if there's anywhere else specifically that has that. Okay, so as I said earlier, there's in the last episode with these wall wasps, you couldn't really break open their hives, basically with my current weapon set. But now, when you get in early, you can just destroy them like that and actually stop them all from coming out. But that's not what we're here for. We've only got 5 missiles, so we want to be kind of sparing with them. And we don't want to touch that water because it's poison, but we can destroy this and get ourselves a missile expansion. So as I said in the last episode, I'm not going to be able to get everything because I don't know where everything is. I know where a large portion of it is. Certainly know where most of it is. But not all of it. So also in here we get the map for the Chozo ruins, which will obviously be very, very helpful for us. So let's see just how big this place is. And that is the dog. So this is a pretty big environment, and there's certainly going to be a lot of exploring going on in here. But for now, this will be a shorter episode, by the way, because the Morph Ball is not a particularly... I know what the format I'll be using for this is going to cause the episode's lengths to vary quite a bit. They'll get longer progressively as the game goes, as the opening of the game it hands out weapons hands out upgrades pretty quickly. But I'm going to be doing one upgrade per episode, so episode lengths will fluctuate. Alright, so that's how you take care of that early. Oh, that didn't actually destroy it. Well, I'll be damned. Well, we don't need to fight these guys anyway. Also, there is an item up there which we will be able to get later on. We need both the Morph Ball and the Power Bomb back in order to get that. So just come back around through these guys. But yeah, each episode I'm essentially going to be getting one of the upgrades. Is the format I'm looking at. So generally that means that every episode will either end with a boss fight or something along those lines. As generally upgrades, some upgrades are just sitting there on their own, other ones are actually in there with a boss. It all changes throughout the game. Some require puzzles to get to. It's all very, very varied. I really appreciate that. But once we get rid of all these guys... Okay. Actually, I think this one might be a little bit too short, so we might have to get 2 upgrades in this episode from memory. Now we can come through here. These guys are really a big pain. They really do hurt when they hit you, if you don't destroy a whole bunch of them first. Later on, when you get stronger beams, you can actually hit more of them at once, which makes it a little bit easier. Alright, yeah, this episode would be way too short if I was to end it for this one, but you can see there's a particular item over there which is kind of important. So first things first, let's take care of these guys. Just more standard beetles, nothing all that crazy. Someone asked me if I was going to be playing this on hard. Obviously I'm not. This game on hard is really, really brutal, and I don't feel comfortable enough with enough. I need to know where all of the upgrades were in order to comfortably... Not comfortably, but in order to even attempt to do that. It's a very, very difficult game to play through on veteran difficulty. That is for certain. Especially this part here without the charge beam. It's not particularly difficult on this difficulty setting, but it's time consuming because the attack only does so much damage, right? But it's good fun. So once we take care of these guys, and I'm stuck on the wall. Here we have someone new, someone a little bigger. So this guy has a big armored carapace on his front, which obviously makes him very difficult to hit from the front. In fact, your bullets just bounce off him. So what you want to do is you want to try to get him into this charging thing. You can read his animation here. When he does that, that's when you do that. Just kind of try to get behind him and then shoot him on his glowing red ass. Got to hit that weak spot for massive damage. It's all in the timing though. He's certainly not difficult to defeat. It's all trying to get that timing correct. So this guy, I guess, is technically like a mini boss. He's not a real boss. Because later on you'll be fighting these guys just as regular enemies, which makes things a little more straightforward. And once you get the charge speed back, actually, he becomes an absolute pushover. Come on. But with a regular beam like this, he does take quite a few hits. If you can get him in. Come on, he's almost dead. Surely. Surely by now. Now this room actually holds quite a few secrets, so we'll be coming back through here a number of times throughout our adventure. This guy takes ages to kill. Once you get the charge beam, it takes like two fully charged beams and he's down. This is crazy. I don't remember him being this bad. Come on, just die already. Oh, come on, those were hitting him. There we go. Look at this beautiful, bloody, goopy mess. Did I scan him? I don't think I scanned him. I didn't. Oh, damn, I'll have to... Well, they come back later on, so I'll scan him again next time they show up. So we're going to get this, and we're actually going to go and get the bomb as well for this. So we'll get 2 in this episode, because it's only been 5 minutes. No, it'll be too short an episode, but we got our Morph Ball back, which is obviously very important. And really, having the Morph Ball... This is how they force you how to learn to get through that hole. Tough. This is how they kind of force you to learn how to... I was going to go somewhere and I totally forgot where that was. Alright, so somewhere that we do remember from earlier is, if you remember, I went up there. And I couldn't get through because there was a tree in the way. So we're going to go back through there now. And we're going to go under that tree, and I believe that the bombs are next. Pray to God. Really, I just love this environment so much. There's also, there's these birds flying around up here, which are pretty cool. You can actually shoot these. They explode into a bunch of feathers, which is kind of funny. They don't have scans, they're just kind of up there. I'm not sure why they don't have scans. Maybe they figured they were too far away, so you couldn't scan them, but that's that. But now we got is war wasps everywhere. Now you can hang around and kill these guys, or you can do what I do and just beeline straight past them and come straight in here, which is the easier option and less time consuming option. Let's sneak up. So there we go. Now we can get up underneath here, nice and easy. These guys are everywhere. I do love the way they splatter all over your visor though. That's brilliant. And this is another part of the Chozo ruins through here. So we've got some more lore, we've got some of these guys buzzing around. There's quite a few things in here. No structural weakness, deteriorate, or metalwork. So let's have a look at this thing first of all, because there's a... I'm losing a bit of health here. You can see there's something there that we're going to be using quite a bit of later on. That is a spider ball track. We've also got this little thing here happening with all this water. What's this all about? Fountain choked by overgrowth, toxic levels are high. So obviously that water's green because it's poison. Got some more Chozo lore. The surges of negative energy brought by the media far exceed our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, so as it has already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. So this is our first mention of there being a meteor, which is going to come into play in a big way later on. So it'll be interesting when we find out more about what's happening with that. So we've got more of these red leaves because everything's poisoned. We also have this little water source here. It's like a little fountain area. So terrain analysis, complete toxic levels near 90% in local water supply, which is kind of gross. So quite a nice little detail there too in the environment. Okay, so this room we didn't really want to come in, but I thought I'd show it. We need a different suit to be able to come in here because it's too damn hot. So we need the various suit to be able to come through there. And it's not necessarily a new area or anything like that. There's just a couple of items in there, but it is a kind of important spot. And there is some lore in there, which will be able to get towards the end of the game. So these are some shriekbacks. If I can scan them before they crash, no, I can't. I'll be able to do that at another spot. So they suicide. They're pretty annoying. Although once you know where they are, you're all right. So this is a new area here. There is the great tree here in the middle. We have these vines here with these eyes on them. Reaper Vine, powerful rock-dwelling tentacle. A single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a constant vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on the tip is honed to lethal sharpness. The Reaper Vine will swing this blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. So these guys can be a bit of a hassle on your first playthrough. I know they drove me crazy when I was first playing through the game. Actually, I don't think I've scanned these yet either. Missile ammunition resupplies missile launch with 5 supplies of ammo. It's obviously pretty important. We also have these, which are very similar to those other. Oh, here we go. Shooting symbol has been activated. 4 runic symbols remain. So in this room, there's 4 runic symbols you can scan in order to activate something. So we've got these red vines here too. They will slow you down and they sting. So you want to avoid them if possibly. And I'm being very, very lazy with my health at the moment, I will admit. So there's another blast door down there, which we're not going to go through yet, I don't think. Or maybe that is where we're going to go through. I think I go up the top yet. Maybe I am supposed to go down there. I always forget which order I'm supposed to do these things in. Actually, I think maybe I am supposed to go down this way. Let's find out! Oh crap, I did not want to fall in here. Alright, I'm getting low on health now. I need to find some guys to kill. That's what happens when you try to take shortcuts, people. Don't take shortcuts, bad things will happen. And you don't want bad things to happen. Like falling into poison water. Oh, I love this way you get the mist on your fog. The fog fogs up your light switch come through here too. Well, thankfully for me, there's another blast door. There is a save point here, which means we can restore our health. Lucky us! Perfect. So this is another area, another room which we will be coming into a number of times throughout our adventure. These are the shriekbacks again. There we go. Territorial ceiling dweller body temperature peaks at 121 centigrade. Shriekbats have high internal temperature, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive on anything that wanders near. So they're not a particularly massive threat, but they can be a little bit annoying. So I think we're going to cut through here first of all. I still love the fact that after all these years, I don't remember the game well enough to like... I still get that sense of it exploring, because like I remember each room, but I don't necessarily remember which room leads where or to what. There we go, there's the missile expansion. So maybe we're not getting the Morph Ball in this episode, maybe it's the charge beam we get next. We're going this way. I believe that might be the case. Yes! Alright, we're getting the charge beam instead. Sorry I misinformed you, but I made a mistake. So, in this room there are a series of, if we blow this thing up, just like it was in that other room, there is a series of these symbols which we need to get scanned. This runic symbol has been activated. I believe there's 4 runic symbols. There's another one over here. Roots originate over walls, no decomposition detected. Host plant appears to thrive on toxic water, so some plants are actually digging this toxic stuff. Sick bastards. So basically, yeah, we've got to find these runic symbols in the environment. I think there's another one on the wall over here somewhere, actually. From memory. Can't quite remember. And there's a noisy vehicle outside. Sorry about that, folks. I could stop recording, but I'm not. Right, there's one on the wall here. Steering symbol has been activated, so yes, there's 4 of them. So basically we've got this big gate here. I've still got to activate 2 more of these. This large metal gate will enter the area beyond. 4 symbols are on its surface, matching symbols, and it must be found. La-di-da-da-da-da. Pretty straightforward stuff. There's another one here. Its ring symbol has been activated. Wonderful. So oi, Chester, it's alright. It's alright, puppy. Chester doesn't like it when he hears the door moving. He thinks everyone's trying to break into our apartment. And because our lounge room is like right next to the front door, that's the last symbol there, you can hear all the doors getting closed like in our hallway. So he sees everyone as a potential threat. But here we go. Alright. Now we can open it. There's not a lot of these sort of puzzles either. I guess it makes sense for these puzzles to be in this particular environment. I do love the design of this environment too. Like, it's not practical in any means, but the decaying look of it is fantastic. I really like that. Come on. Okay, let's open this and we'll get ourselves a charge beam. We'll read this Chozo lore first. Chozo script translated. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague dark foreboding and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent the fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night as a spider weaves a web. So that's that, and then here we have the charge beam. Very good thing to have. And this is also where we'll be leaving this episode, but first I'll give you a little bit of a demonstration of how this baby works, even though I guess you've already seen it, because I had it at the beginning of the game. But now these eyes are waking up. I guess this is a tutorial to show, hey, now you can do this. I still think they're the creepiest thing in the game, these laser eyes. Okay, so, as I said before, those don't hurt, but this causes them to explode. Gross. Also, you notice there's like a little hole here. Later on, if we come back this way, I don't think there's any reason to come back this way other than to get that item, actually. But we might come back here later on to pick that up, or I might do that off camera. I think it's just a missile expansion. And but anyway, that's it. I guess I'll make my way back to that save point again. So that's going to be all we're collecting for this episode. Next episode, we will definitely be picking up the bombs. They're kind of important. Gotta have them bombs. Oh, so we've got that. It's not the ones that we're missing. It's good. Yeah, I really like this music too. I dig it. I can dig it. I hope you can dig it too. So thank you for joining me on this wonderful adventure through the Chozo ruins. I hope you'll join me next time for bombs. And until then, I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one.